What's going on, everyone? Today we're doing a range session, and today's Monday. The last 3 days I've played a lot of golf. I've played Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and practiced pretty much every day, and I've just done so much. So now I'm at the range and fixing what I was having issues with over the last 3 days, which was pretty much everything. My swing was all over the place. Had no rhythm or anything, and I was my swing was just all out of sorts. So I was basically going hips first and then arms, and when I should be going arms first and then hips, and it was just all over the place. My swing wasn't feeling good at all. I was having rough times on the course. So today I'm hoping I can fix that and make it a little bit better. So right now I'm just warming up with my 54-degree wedge, just getting some shots at that red flag right there, and just making sure everything's feeling good and loose. Wedges were the only thing that were saving me on over the weekend. No matter how much I was struggling with everything else, my wedges were coming in handy, just because I think I've been just hammering the practice with them. So everything was pretty much dialed in with my wedges, which was nice and felt really good. It's a bit windy here today, but it's not too hot like the last couple times I've come here. Big thing I hate about golf is mats. I cannot stand practicing off of mats. To me, it's just so unrealistic, and I feel like you don't really get as much as you do out of practicing on mats as you do as practicing on actual grass. But at this location, you can only hit on the grass on the weekends because, as you can see, it's kind of beat up, and it takes a while for the grass to heal. Good. Before I came here today, I hit the gym. I had back and legs today. It's the hardest day of the week for training purposes. It's just a lot of exercise, a lot of training, and it's just a lot. My body is cooked right now. I pulled that one a bit, and way too far. Anyways, like I was saying, I had back and legs. So today, Monday, my session is broken into 3 back exercises and then 4 leg exercises, and it's primarily hamstring and glute focused, because if you didn't know, I'm trying to focus on bodybuilding. So my other leg day, which is on Thursday, that's more quad focused, as well as adductor. That looks good right at the pin. Oh, I think I hit the flag on the way down. But anyways, so I just kind of talk about my workout real quick, just to give you an idea of what I do. I do really intense, hard training, bodybuilding workouts, training sessions, whatever you want to call it. So today, my first exercise was like the hardest T-bar row in any gym. It's called the Humbler by Arsenal, which is a gym equipment brand, and that back row is so hard. It's called the Humbler because you can barely put any weight on it, and it'll feel super heavy. After that, I had like single arm lat pull downs, and then I finished my back session with rear delts. And then moving into the legs, legs start off with hamstring curls because it's a hamstring focused leg day. So we hit hamstring curls, then we hit single leg press, but we go higher on the leg press with our feet placement so we can focus more on the hamstrings. And then after that, I hit some pit shark RDLs for the lengthening of the hamstring. And then we finish with single leg extensions, just for one quad exercise. And that's the day. But it may not sound like much, but if you train hard enough and you train how I train, your body is in pieces for the next couple days. So now I got my 9-iron. I'm going at the white flag over there. It looks like it's 168 yards. 9-iron. Still warming up. So this is the 9-iron that I got fixed after it got broken. So I got the new shaft on it. It definitely feels different because the shaft is like twice the size of my other shafts for some reason. I don't know why this one is so thick. My other ones are more thin. But I mean, as you can hear, the strikes are pure. So just warming up here. This is probably the best I've felt in the last 3 days hitting the golf clubs, or hitting the golf balls. First couple days, like everything felt off. Everything felt like I was hitting it off the toe. But all the balls I've hit so far have felt perfect. Little Tommy Fleetwood swing right there. Saw that he actually won the tournament, which was pretty cool to see. He's finally a tour champion, and not the runner-up champion. So that was cool to see him win. And I saw a thing earlier that said even though he hasn't won a tournament before this one, he still made like $32.5 million. So I think he's doing pretty fine without winning. But it was cool to see him win though. So that one was a little bit too much of a draw. So now I'm going to try and just make it not so snappy with the hook, or draw I should say, and kind of just give it a slight draw. Just like that. Just left side of the pin, but a little too far. Bounced over the green. Another thing I wanted to talk about is that I saw like these golfers pop up on my Instagram. Oh no. I pulled it too much. Anyways, I was saying, I saw these golfers pop up on my Instagram, and they were showing their workouts, what they do for golf. And that's, I gave you my whole workout program, or what I do for today. And like you see how vastly different it is from like what traditional golfers do from what my training is, because I do the bodybuilding training, and these guys were hyping up plyometrics and like calisthenics exercises, body weight squats, stuff like that. And I'm over here talking about going as heavy as you possibly can on every exercise and pushing yourself to absolute failure on every exercise and every set, going as hard as you possibly can. And you know, they have a target set and rep range for each exercise. So I just found it funny, the comparison of that, because when I go into the gym, it's like a switch goes on and I'm here to go as hard as I possibly can. And seeing these guys hype up plyometrics, it kind of just makes me wonder like what these professional golfers would actually be capable of if they train similar to like how I train, and like actually work as hard as they can in the gym. Be like, imagine a guy like Bryson DeChambeau on a bodybuilding training plan. Imagine how much further he could hit the ball if he had like genuine, actual hard work built muscle. I feel like he would hit the ball 100 times further than he already is, even though he already hits the ball so far. But you can also ask, is it even worth it at that point? Oof, that was horrible. Yesterday it was so windy when I was playing that most of my shots off the tee box were stingers when I wasn't using my driver, because a lot of the holes of where I played at Gillette Ridge, like, you don't really need your driver because it just puts you in unnecessary danger. So I was hitting a lot of stingers, which was really cool. It's like my favorite shot to hit in golf because just how cool it looks. So it's crazy wind and just staying under the wind and hitting like bullets out of the 4-iron was really cool. So I'll try and do one with a 6-iron right here. See how it goes. So ball position a little bit back, choked up on the club and weight forward, and you're kind of just stopping like halfway to 3/4. And that's straight at the pin. A little short, but it was right at it. Usually with the stingers, they don't go like typically as far as like a normal swing would, for me at least. Oh shoot, this fell off. Hopefully that didn't fall off a long time ago, and hopefully the audio was okay, but I got that fixed. But like I was saying, when it comes to stingers for me, I usually have to like go a club higher if I want to hit it further, and then like if I just want to hit a stinger, like whatever, then I could go like a 5-iron or 6-iron when I'm not really worried about how far I want to get it out there. But most of the time yesterday I was just going with a 4-iron, just because that's the one that would keep it the lowest with all the wind going on. But my irons weren't really the problem yesterday. It was more my woods, and the only other thing was like higher irons, just when I was hitting them regular. For some reason they were going right, but the biggest issue was just my woods off the tee was messing me up. Skyrocket straight at the pin. Perfect. All right, we'll end the 6-iron on a good note and move into my hybrid. So this was the one that was giving me issues since my swing was all messed up the last couple days. I don't know what was going on or why my swing was messed up, but I kept like either slicing this or I kept hooking it. So it was polar opposites of each other, and it was either one. I had no control of what the ball was going to do, it seemed, with this club. But I just got to remember to go here, hands, and then hips. Because before, my hips were firing too fast, and then I had to catch up with my arms, and that's why I was coming across like this, and it was coming right across the ball. So I got to come back, got to drop the hands, come around all together like this, and square at the ball. So let's see. Yeah, so that's my issue that I was having yesterday. So that's what we're working on. That thing hooked into oblivion. I'll never find that ball again. So that's what I was going. That's the main problem that I was having yesterday, with this club at least. With my driver, it was the opposite. Well, that was like the right line, but I hit that so far behind the ball, it went nowhere. That went shorter than my 6-iron. And this is part of the, I think this is some of the stuff that most guys who have YouTube channels don't show, or, you know, whatever. I feel like they don't show like all the bad parts of golf, and they only show like them playing perfect. Like most of the time for me right now is just trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. See, that one went a little too far to the right. Like it would still be fine if it was in play. Like if we were on like a straightaway hole, it would probably still be like in play, but it would be too far right than I wanted it. So, gotta work on that. Like that's perfect. That's what I want with this club. Just straight. With this club, I don't like hitting like shot shapes. I just want to try to hit this club as straight as I can. I don't know why, because I think the only thing for me is that with this club, if I try and like say I want to hit a draw with this one, I'm gonna draw it too much, and it's gonna go too far to the left. And same thing if I want to hit it a little bit to the right, it's gonna go too far to the right. That's perfect. So now I just got to get that swing drilled in my head, and I just got to keep doing that. I got to remember how that last swing just felt, got to do it again, and I just got to keep repping that. That was the best one yet. Kept that one a little bit lower, and kind of changed my feet a little bit so that I came a little bit more to the left, like so that it was kind of left of the white and black pin way out there at the end of the range. Obviously I didn't reach that, but that's just my target. I'm trying to keep it like in between that and like maybe 50 yards to the left of it, and I'm pretending that's my fairway or where I have to hit the ball. I turned over too fast on that one and hooked it too far against the fence. Today's a busy day though, I will say. I got up early, went to the gym, had that really hard session, but then I was able to go and eat before having a haircut. Now I'm here probably for the next like 3 hours, and then I have to go coach wrestling, and that'll go until like after 8 o'clock, and then I gotta wake up at 4 for work. So busy couple days. Nope, that was even worse. Okay, I think I know what I was doing on that one. So with that, I think I was too far away. I was kind of like reaching to get the ball. So I'm going to try standing a little bit closer and see how that feels. And that's because that's what I noticed with my driver, is that I was standing too far away, and like when I was coming out here, I was like hitting it all over the place. So I stood a little bit closer, and it kind of fixed most of the problems. So we'll try it with this one. Stand a little bit closer, because I saw Scotty Scheffler talking about how he stands super close to the ball, like more than comfortable. More than what's comfortable, I should say. So he's like stand closer than what you think is too close. So this feels really awkward though, but we'll see how this goes. It's just a slight push, nothing horrible. Let me try that again. I just got to get used to standing a bit closer. No, that's too much of a draw. Also not horrible, but still too much. Try. Gotta remember the arms. Don't come as far back like John Daly. This is what goes on inside my head when I'm trying to hit the ball. I have like these references of like what I know not to do and stuff. It's like when I say like don't come so far back like John Daly, because he always came like so far back. So that just means to me to just come like right here. I've never come like past like here, but with like this club, I'm gonna be like right here. Right there is good. So I got like cues in my head that makes no sense to anyone else but me, but whatever works, I guess. So gotta just come like right here. It feels like a 3/4 shot, but it's like perfect distance with this club. Yep, and that was perfect. That's what I would take every single time. That thing was smoked. And another thing I don't like about practicing on mats is that when it gets to your driver, like your tee sticks out 10 feet out of the ground, and you're basically hitting tee-ball. So let's try that again. My club twisted in my hand on that one. That was horrible. Try this again. Nope. Man, what am I doing this time? Like, the swings feel really good, but the ball is just going in so many different directions. Maybe it's my feet placement. That wasn't that bad. So I think I broke my driver yesterday. I don't know what's up with it, but I'm probably gonna have to get a new one or see if I can get it fixed. I don't know if you're able to hear it, but it sounds like there's something broken inside of it. So I'm still gonna practice with it because I need to get the driver swing down, which is completely different than like hitting lower irons or high irons. It's like the most different swing for me. Like it's a completely different swing for me. But this driver's definitely shot. So stand a bit closer. Left elbow or left shoulder is kind of coming over like this, not too much, but just slightly. I'm more secure on my left foot, kind of in a power stance right here, coming out on a straight line, and then coming back like I'm reaching for something behind me is the cue. That's what goes through my head every shot. So I set up for the ball. I go, okay, left, more weight on the left foot, slightly bend the knee, less weight on my right leg. I set it up just below center, a little towards my heel, come out on a straight line, and then when I come down, I gotta act like I'm reaching for something behind me, come across, and then come square with the ball. So let's see. Man, where was that this weekend? That was perfect. Where was that this weekend? Let's get some more reps in. Striped, even better than the last one. The wind is crazy right now, but so it's not getting all the distance it would normally do. It's getting caught up in the wind, so I'd have to hit it lower, but right now I'm not worried about that. I am just worried about hitting it straight. So that's one of my biggest issue with this club is that I can hit it really good like that here, but I got to be able to transfer it over to when I actually play. So a little bit to the right, kind of push that one. This thing's driving me nuts. Well, the drivers, I'm probably looking at like a Titleist like GT. I tried out a couple of them, and I really liked the way it felt. Everything felt super good when I hit that club. I really liked it. This is a Cobra Aerojet, so I don't know what I was going with that, but I was just letting you know what driver this is right now. Stripe, dude. That one was perfect. Alright, that's enough of that tee. Alright, I got 10 balls left. Alright. I thought that was going to be good, but it didn't turn back in. It just went straight. But I pushed it. Where'd my tee? Oh, it's over here. And if you're probably wondering, well, you do bodybuilding and you train bodybuilding, where do you get flexibility for golf? I think that just comes into play with jiu-jitsu and wrestling, because when I'm fully warmed up with all that, like probably by the end of the wrestling class today, when I'm like super warmed up and sweating and everything, like I can pretty much do a full split. So that's my flexibility, but I get super tight like I am right now just because I worked out a couple hours ago, but I think I have really good flexibility from wrestling and jiu-jitsu, and I got crazy strength from bodybuilding, and it all transfers over into golf. That was really good. Swung out of my shoes on that one. I went over the fence. Okay. Let's keep hitting them good. Perfect. My shoes keep slipping. I'll take that all day. Alright, let's finish the rest of them like that. Only got like a dozen left, or half a dozen left. Okay, oh come on. This is why I hate hitting off of mats. It's like you can't get the right height with the tees. Not bad. Too much of a draw though. But that'd be good on like a dog leg. Or a slight dog leg. To the left. Alright, 6 more balls. Let's hit these good. I'm still getting used to the whole videoing and talking when I'm practicing or playing, because like right now, like every time I start talking, like people just look over at me and they start looking at me. It's very awkward, but I just gotta get used to it and block it out. That was the best one yet. Long and straight. Best drive so far. There we go. Perfect. I'm excited for the Ryder Cup too. I want to see how that goes. This will be like my first one where I actually watch it and actually care about it in like the last like 10 years. I'm super excited to see it. That was perfect too. Alright, 2 left. Let's finish strong. Let's finish good. 2 more. Take your time. Next year I'll probably go to the Travelers, which is like a 30-minute drive. I was thinking about going this year, but then I ended up not going. I don't know why. No reason, I guess. But I'll probably go next year when it comes back, because I haven't been since I was a little kid. Perfect draw on that one. That's exactly what if I could hit a driver every time, it'd be that shot right there. Alright, last shot. End it on a good note. Well, if you made it to the last shot of the driver, thanks for sticking around the whole time, and really appreciate it. Appreciate all the support and everything. I'm just showing you my progress back into golf, and it's fun. It's frustrating, but it's all part of the progress. And I just want to say thank you guys for coming along and watching me play. Let's end it on a good one. Striped. Couldn't have finished it any better than that. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.